This is Calicat, the Calicatster. Welcome to our special edition of Talking Pointless. This is a bumper for beginning and the end of this. Obviously we cannot do a movie review because their official lockdown thing, social distancing thing with the COVID-19 coronavirus. So we're in the studio, where we usually are in the studio anyway. So Mark's Cards is in his own place doing something else. I don't know what. I've been doing the Transformers Corrosion of War Without End Part 2. Because why not? Nothing else to do. There were all kinds of projects that involving volunteering at the church and several things. The Kids Club and ushering and ESL and Kids Blast, other group associations, jobs, whatnot. All of that ended as of the virus thing lockdown. They're sending prayer stuff for the prayer chain of the group, but we don't film any of those anyway. So I wonder what Stone Gremlins is gonna do. They can't go to the movie theater anymore. They'll just have to watch all their videos, I guess. I don't know if we'll do that this week or not. I'll probably review something in my library here. I have lots of movies that I've not reviewed, but yes, or watch on Netflix or something. We'll see. But for now, this is the virus thing. I've started recording technically on day 2, saying it was day 1, so that's kind of confusing on there. So it's moved over 2 days. This is Saturday, so this would technically be day 7. Even though it says 5 on there. So that's the bumper on this video that I have. It's the video footage I'm going to show of of me briefly going out to go to Lucky, basically, and then today went to Target. At one point, I went to Walmart. Not going back to Walmart. It was crazy. There's until that's done, unless they have the water. Well, maybe not. Try not to. They don't seem to have any toilet paper or paper towels anywhere. Fortunately, we stocked up before it began. Not before it began, but as it began, we went over there. It's kind of nuts. What's also bizarre is we have all these talk show hosts and news people and stuff on the web that are now doing live blogging, like we've been doing for 11 years on the Calcat Show. And it's weird. There's other live bloggers too, but it's Channel Awesome, Stone Gremlins, PewDiePie, a number of others. Let's see who else. LA Beast, all these other guys. Matt Stoney, Furious Pete, Reckless Eating. All those guys they're all in a place somewhere where they can just keep going if they want to. And I'm not sure about Reckless Eating though, because there's a whole bunch of them. And I haven't heard from Devonshire Idiots in years, but they were the Barfy blog thing. Coronavirus. Right away, the stock market fluctuated ridiculously. I think it's mentioned here. Right away, it appeared that it appeared that it was crashing, but that's because a bunch of people, including 4 Republican senators and a Democrat, were among those that went and did massive day trading. They weren't supposed to do that. Senators are not supposed to play the stock market because they're actually in the executive branch. They're not supposed to go into the financial district and do that. That's illegal. So they agreed on doing something illegal. That's weird. Also, they were claiming several times over that they had made cures, including Trump was going on about cures. They didn't have anything. It literally was like 12 hours later. If they come up with something in 12 hours, they already knew what it was and how to stop it. And that's not a conspiracy. That just sounds dumb. There's no way. It just is not possible. It's just like, if you eliminate the impossible, the improbable must therefore be the truth. They were lying. Yes. And then Trump mentioned something about a malaria drug, but okay, no. And the CDC guy is like, back up. Yeah, we didn't actually. He did. Yeah, essentially, he doesn't know what he's talking about. We're trying to develop vaccines for the thing, whatever. Okay, what? Okay, it might help to know what exactly they're dealing with. They're dealing with a version of the SARS virus. It's the SARS-2 COVID virus, coronavirus. It's SARS. It's like SARS. It's a little bit nastier than the flu. It's a respiratory ailment affecting mainly children and young children and very, very old people. So, yeah, Trump doesn't care about. Apparently, they don't care about the very, very old people, even though they vote for them. So they vote. So. Anyway, yeah. So, and yeah, if any of that makes any sense, they would use a SARS-like cultured dead virus to create a vaccine from the SARS version. They wouldn't mention malaria. It doesn't make any sense. It's not malaria. It's not mosquitoes. It's not rats. It's not the plague. It's a virus spread from people being too close to each other. And in the same. And then they touch their face, and then they get something, or they touch their hands, and they get something. So it's fairly obvious what it is. However, the government doesn't seem to get that, and that's mentioned here kind of offhandedly in the reviews. They can watch the video. Now, watch the whole thing. There's about 11 minutes, and then I will come back. So I'll just do this. This is day one of the statewide quarantine. That makes it kind of creepy out here. So yeah, I don't have anything. Anyway, so yeah, so yes, so I'm going to make a zombie movie apparently. Not really, but but here we are. Well, yes, walking along down the pathway that you've seen in many of the Mousetrap Project movies, and I decided to document the Mousetrap movie here. I don't know if this is just talking pointless or it's a crossover or something, but yes, here is the park. Yes. Because you don't want to just see random shit, right? Let's drop an S-bomb in the beginning of it. See, like a Netflix thing or something. So, yes. So I went to the Starbucks, and there was no, the tables were off. You couldn't sit at them. So, but they did allow for you to walk up to the counter and order something. An iced tea and a croissant. So, and the park here is, the park from some Mousetrap, of course, is, as full as it usually is on an early morning, but now it's about 10, so it's actually fuller than it, not as full as it should be. But yeah, I did see a zombie. Wanted Gloria's, the ESL teacher lady's email. But she wasn't really a zombie. She was just one of those people wearing a mask. So I probably it's a plague. No, no, I don't. So yes, I'm going to go back into the house and not film anything about the outside in there, and we'll see what's more about the outside on day 2 instead. I'm not sure what this is. Probably just talking pointless. Yeah. So there's nothing. Day 2. some people way over there. Yes. This is just a day 2 of my short documentation of the COVID peak. This is day 2, and yeah, it's pretty dead out here. No bodies lying around. Nothing that gross. No zombies. People that kind of look like. So oh, I spoke too soon. No, anyway, so yes, I thought, yeah, it's a portable thing. So yeah, you have zombies playing tennis. Zombies. You didn't get the memo. Zombies. Well, zombies. Walmart. I'm gonna go in there and see what kind of, oh wait, the hat on it. It's a hat. See what kind of horrors I can find at the Walmart. So I'm going in there to find out what kind of horrors are in there. But I'm not filming in there. Nope. Ooh. Since here at Walmart, they're all out of hand sanitizer and bathroom tissue. But they have other stuff like in there. Yeah. So yeah, this is from the not far from one of the scenes from the Milpitas Monster. No, the dredging the bay scene. So out there. Yeah. So yeah, and it kind of smells like they're dredging the bay right now. Near Newbie Island. Yeah. Anyway. Today is day 3, and the zombies come out. But yes, day 3, and the sun's come out, spread the contagion. No, so yes, apparently the claim on the Fox News, which I don't know why, this is all kinds of cures, and that's like kicking up the economy, but only because Fox is claiming it, because they've been warmongering for the last 90 hours or so. The Dow Jones shot up only because, like, it's going like a yo-yo. It's going to keep going like a yo-yo for some time. Naturally, grocery prices grocery sales have increased as a result of them. Yeah, so, but that's because people were hoarding them. That'll drop down once they stop hoarding them, like toilet paper and stuff. Anyway, so yes, so that's that from here so far. And there are people still in the tennis courts, like nothing happened. It's like in the Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, when they were in the mall and the zombies were like going shopping. Yeah, so familiar trail here from the Mousetrap Project movies and various sequels and the Teddy Ruxpin one. Yeah, so not much going on out here. This is still same day. Yeah, so I'm just reporting that I'm gonna put all this together. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, whenever they tell you in the, they're coming up with like all kinds of contingency plans or looking at things, and then then they say a bunch of gobbledygook about how they're like
lifting restrictions and stuff. You don't want that to happen, because then you'll end up getting medication that doesn't work or that kills you. So you don't want that either. So yeah, that would be bad. Yeah. So yeah. So if they're lifting restrictions, that isn't good. One thing they're not going to run out of from the hoarders: beer. They're delivering beer to the Lucky Store. I don't care about beer at all. Not interested. Not much of a date for. But yeah, everyone seems to be indoors out here because of the COVID. Yeah, so I was in the house making the Transformer films, because what else am I gonna do? And here I am walking down the walking commission here to deliver the mails. That's the garbage truck. So the garbage truck. This lady is walking down the road over here, walking as slow as possible, slower than this. I'm telling you, she's got to go by the 29th. And then she's saying she's trying to walk as fast as she can to get to the vet about her dying animal, I assume a dog, but she was strolling like this. I gotta walk there as fast as I can or I'll die. Not even moving, just strolling along. So there you go. Yep. Yeppers. Make no sense, lassie. Maybe she is from the Midwest somewhere, Iowa. I don't know. That's pretty funny. So I shaved because we don't want too much hair, you see. So I shaved. It's not a continuity error. Day 5. And I am going to go and investigate the Target store. Because I'm thinking of the Target store. It's probably going to be closed. If not Lucky. Yes. And I'm not going to film in there because they probably won't let me. So yeah, it's raining. So day 5. I will show you the park in the rain. Because if it was filmed like one of those Cloverfield movies, it'd be like, Cloverfield, 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 because I can't hold the camera steady. Ah! That's a Cloverfield gag for you there. Okay. Wait, come on. Doesn't actually look, well, it looks a little vacant, yeah. It's a Target parking lot. Here we have, the other part of the mall is closed. Yeah, there's some birds over
there. Okay, now, yes, the only reason the character seemed giddy in that is like nervous giddiness. He wasn't excited that there was a lockdown. He was excited that no one else was out there and he's doing something bad he shouldn't be doing. He's like walking around out there. So yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, and other people were out there. It's not like there wasn't anybody. Like they were all doing something rebellious. There were people playing tennis. There were people shopping. There were people going to work. There were people completely ignoring the whole thing. There were driver idiots on the road to Walmart. One of them tried to play chicken apparently. You know. Was bizarre. But he thought it was a zombie, but maybe he thought he was in the Road Warrior. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people are put on masks, and the masks are like the hand sanitizer. They've run out of that. They have reintroduced baby wipes. Apparently, you can get those. But they've only run out of it because everybody's hoarding it, so stop that. Too bad. Also, celebrities have been airlifted from various places to treatment because they have more money and can afford the health care. Also, they could lift up the economy thing by just going to the healthcare insurance companies right now and actually regulating them more. They won't, but they can go to them and say, okay, all these other pre-existing debts they have for this, let's just take those away. Because, yeah, it's a virus and everybody's going to be swamped when they finally figure it out. But they won't do that. That makes too much sense to stop stop all the overspending on the drugs. I'm sure they will charge thousands of dollars for whatever early version of the cure they make, and then that early version will probably be bad and will probably kill them because it isn't tested correctly because they lifted the restrictions. So yeah, so they say it is survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest does not mean survival of the strongest. It means survival of the strongest. It means survival of the fittest. It does not mean survival of the mightiest or the one with the most money. It means of the fittest. Can a creature reproduce and pass on its offspring? Yeah, so it doesn't matter. So, anyway, yeah. So yes, evil villain from James Bond. Anyway. It was the SciShow people that talked about survival of the fittest years ago. And they said, it's not the fittest. It doesn't mean the strongest. It can be the nerdy guy. The nerdy scientist guy, if he can reproduce, he's the fittest. So, yes, or the weird guy. Or, yeah, whatever. It isn't just the jock that gets the girl. It sometimes isn't the jock. Sometimes the jock is so annoying and egotistical it doesn't get any. That has nothing to do with the virus, but it does in the sense that the people that are in charge are rushing in to do stuff without actually regulating. That's not a good idea. So that's essentially the gist of the whole thing. And the people that are running around out there probably spreading it. Notice that in the whole video I was quite a distance from the other people. So that was far enough away. They in order for them to come up, they would have to get they'd have to be right there. Also, the 5 feet apart thing is from that movie, 5 feet apart. It's not even a thing. If their cloud of their virus was in front of you and you were behind that and you walked into it, well, they're gonna get it. So. But it's the super rich don't want to give up their shit to help the super middle class and poor in a virus situation thing. And that's what Bernie Sanders was complaining. I'm not really a Bernie. I'm not a Bernie or Biden or whatever. But Bernie was right in cussing at the senator guy because that was he's being a douche. So anyway, Biden would have done the same thing. And Trump would have cussed for the wrong reasons. So that's your talking pointless. Week 1 of the corona. Yeah, and halfway through I didn't have a beard anymore. But I explained that was probably don't want a lot of extra hair on you around. You'll stop getting there. Yeah, even though I got a hair up here that's going everywhere because no barber. Which is bizarre. That's pretty much it.